Start your engines, hear the crowd. Talking racing now, we're revving loud. Yeah. From Daytona nights to Talladega days, we're chasing rumors, hearing what they say. Pit crews hustle, tires burning fast. News and whispers, nothing's gonna pass. Talking racing now, we're hitting the track. NASCAR stories, no looking back. Engines roar and the fans all cheer. Every lap we're bringing the latest here. From rookie rides to legends known, victory lanes and dynasties grown. We'll spin the tales where speed's alive. Every week the racing vibes survive. Talking racing now, the best show around.
It is Sunday, 10:30. The place to be. It is Talking Racing Now. I am Sean Stanley. That's the great Spencer O'Neill. Today, we'll look back on what was Charlotte Motor Speedway, look ahead to the Nashville race today, and talk about everything that's happened in between. There's been a car driver switch, actually. That's going to be talked about. Cletus made another appearance in the O'Reilly Parts race. And we had Charlotte. And look, I love the aesthetics of what was the Coca-Cola 600. I loved the tributes to Kyle Busch. I love the fact that his whole family was there. Mother, father, brother, son. The way the NASCAR community came together, the tribute they gave him there. Kyle Larson's son coming up, which I didn't notice during the actual thing, but, you know, there's video of it out there. Just seeing everybody kind of come, you know, together for them in this time. That, to me, was the lasting memory I'll have on this Coca-Cola 600.
Yeah.
On the track stuff, Spencer, we can discuss that. That whole weekend was just rain and trying to get the race in 4 times for the truck race. They finally get it in at 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. They have a 2-hour time limit on the race. And, of course, they can't finish the race because of wrecks and everything else that the time limit comes into play. And the reason it comes into play is because Fox Sports 1 is the home of, well, not Fox Sports 1, but Fox is the home of the Indianapolis 500, and their coverage starts at 12 o'clock. Well, the main coverage.
Right.
They actually had other stuff going on while that race was going on FS1. But at 12 o'clock was when they switch in. They sing, you know, God Bless America. Is it O Indiana? The song they sing. It used to be, was it Jim Neighbors? Is that his name? That sung it forever, and then he passed away.
No clue.
And I only remember him as, what was he on Andy Griffith? Because my dad, mi papa, Tony Stanley there, used to watch Andy Griffith. Goober, I think, is that his brother was Goober? Can't remember. I think it was Jim Neighbors. Used to sing it there, and a lot of people were complaining, like, "Oh, Fox needs to give up the coverage." Dude, listen, man, they tried to get this race in 4 times, man. And to be honest, Spencer, and we'll get into the on-track stuff, but I really do want to ask you this because, again, those that don't know, tune into this show just to get the results, which I hope you aren't doing. Hope you're watching the racing because it's actually been pretty good. This race. There were some good parts. There were some bad parts. Daniel Suarez wins a range-shortened Coca-Cola 600. If they would have started the Coca-Cola 600 an hour earlier, the race probably gets in.
Yes.
Instead, they do the normal start time, and we get a rain shortened race again. And this isn't new at the Coca-Cola 600. It's been, I mean, not every year, but it happens. I think almost every other year. It's been at least the ongoing times that we've been at the track.
Yeah. So, all right, a lot to address there. First off, no, you're good.
Good, sir. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Happy race day.
Yes.
So also happy Clash in Italy or whatever the hell day.
Yes, Clash in Italy. Very good.
There we go.
Good. Look at you.
Yeah, look at me go. Anyway, so the truck race. The truck race had a 2-hour time limit to sort of fit into. And to be perfectly honest with you, most truck races average about an hour and a half, an hour 40 minutes. So, if you don't have the amount of cautions that they had, you get your race in. They took a chance. They knew they had a hard stop time. They've got a relationship with Fox. Obviously, FS1 and Fox are the same, distributors. So it is what it is. It ended on a yellow. They knew it was 12. They can't change it later. Lane Riggs that won last week?
Yes, Lane Riggs wins the truck series race.
They talk about how it's not fair for other people, but would it have been fair for Lane Riggs if he goes through this strategy to get up front, and then now all of a sudden we're just not doing it anymore, right? You set the rules at the beginning of the race, you stick to them.
Everybody knew when the green flag dropped, there was a 2-hour window.
Yep, they knew what it was. It is what it is.
You do your strategy there. It's not like NASCAR is going to be like, you know what, guys? They gave us 5 more minutes. We're going to go for it.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
No, that's not. It's not fair. Yeah. You start with the rules. Everybody knows the rules. It is what it is. Yes. So I really have no issue with that. Yep. I thought the race was good. I thought trucks for breakfast was cool.
Yeah.
So maybe they could try a little bit of that every once in a while. It was a rainy weekend. Yes. They tried the best they could to get everything in. They did. They got it all done by Sunday. They've been there before where, you don't get the race until Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but
I remember that one. I usually remember the Monday races a lot. It's usually like the
Monday races.
11 o'clock a.m. Here they come on.
Yeah. and the Monday races, that's kind of traditional. They used to race on Memorial Day, right? It's Memorial Day. So the Monday race isn't such a terrible idea, but they try to get it done in the time that's allotted, and they did. The one that really got messed over was the O'Reilly's race. I mean, they got to halfway. They ran cautions pretty much the last 19 laps to get there. Ross Chastain really had no business winning that race, but he did through strategy and through some dumb luck. But, sometimes that's how it rolls. Sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. As far as
again, those guys are only running to win. So, again, whether you like it or not, they're there to win. So the strategy is going to be, okay, let's get the win. And whether we run out of gas or whatever, or the pits or the tires, and we lose it on the track, it doesn't matter because we're not getting points anyways.
Good morning, Stoney. Do we have a Stoney impersonator? I feel this got 2 Stoney names here. What's going on there?
He did one on Facebook and one on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I
see the Facebook emblem there. All right.
YouTube does his old Stoney Stanley 8978.
I thought for a minute maybe we had an impersonator. I was like, nice.
Oh, no. Often, what is it? Often imitated, never duplicated. Me papa.
Tu papa.
Tu papa. I like tu papa, but that would be your dad, and he's me dad.
But for me, it's tu papa.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. We're gonna get it right.
Everybody's learning Spanish today.
Yes,
Congratulations.
We're doing a little Duolingo as we get talking racing now. And speaking of which, Daniel Suarez was a winner.
He was. Daniel Suarez got a win. The KBM, the traditional KBM garage got a win at Charlotte and on Kyle Busch's behalf, which was cool.
In the number 7, which is the last car he won. I mean, again, you can tie in a lot of things with this win.
And where did that trophy go? And went to Spire, right? And where is Spire? Spire is in the old KBM building. Yeah. So he took it back to KBM, essentially. Yeah. I mean, they have employees there that have never left. Yeah. The guy that owns Spire was, part of KBM, and he bought it out. So
I believe that was part of what Kyle wanted, right? He didn't want anybody it was, this is a thing, and That's why I'm kind of giving it, or not giving it, but sold it to you because I feel you'll do.
And they've done great things with it.
I think they've done good, man.
Yeah, I think they've done great
Again,
things with it.
It's not a Hendricks. It's not a Gibbs. It's not a, I mean, 2311 is an oddity to me. I mean, I know they've got big money behind them with Jordan, and Denny Hamlin's kind of knows the business side and being
and their relationship with Toyota.
Yeah, and also just understanding. I mean, again, what I find funny is this. And now I'm gonna go off here.
Let's do it.
Do something that I wasn't even thinking of. So Joe Gibbs is suing what's his name, right? Gabe Hart for taking stuff that he remembers, and they're doing it over at where is it at Trackhouse, right? Is he at Trackhouse now? Where's he?
No, he's at Spire.
Spire. Oh, okay, Spire. Damn, jeez, I didn't even realize.
They're gonna have to update their filing again to 3 wins.
Yeah. You're right. That's gonna be great. And you love the pettiness, so that'll be perfect.
I do love pettiness, especially in court.
But you got Hamlin going over to 2311, using what he sees. You tell him he's not using anything that he knows or learned from them to better his team?
Right.
But
I think
he's not a executive, he's a driver, it's okay.
I think that Chris
Hamlin,
Gabehart.
by the way, for anybody just tuning in and thinks that I'm going on this thing, Denny Hamlin's my favorite driver.
He sure is.
And the number 11. I mean, I am Gibbs, I am Hamlin, but I do find it funny how it's like he remember, because again, and correct me if I'm wrong, Spencer, because I know you've done a lot more reading and research into this. It isn't like he took a hard drive and went with the information, right? It's just what he was implementing the stuff that he did there, or that's the fear, or some, whatever the whole thing is, which is the same thing that can happen with Hamlin. Except I guess Hamlin can't be in like executive meetings, but I feel like with where he is in the cloud he has in Gibbs, they would have him in almost everything.
Right. So the thing with Chris Gabehart was the initial allegation was that he did take actual like information with him.
Oh, okay.
And then there was this whole investigation during the off season, which was done before the lawsuit that nobody knew about, with independent investigators going through his phone and his computer and some of the other. They were trying to get into some of the stuff at Spire too. I don't remember if they actually did or not. I know that there was a lot of litigation about it to try to see if that information was actually distributed, and they found no evidence that it was distributed. But Joe Gibbs has continued onward. They filed the injunction trying to prevent him from doing his job, stating essentially that his job title now is just a fake job title, and he's really doing the same thing at Spire that he was doing at Joe Gibbs. It's essentially like an NDA violation.
Okay, so they're going after him for the NDA violation, not necessarily. So it's more about it's not about really the secrets or anything else. It's more trying after Gabehart, really.
Well, it is about the secrets. That's the allegation, is that he took the secrets with him.
Okay, he's going to be out for a year. He won't remember some of the stuff or whatever the NDA is. I know in wrestling it's like 90 days or whatever, but for them you can't go to another employer for whatever days, right?
Yeah. Well, there's that, but I think the main thing they're worried about is like the setups. But I mean, he went from a Toyota to a Chevy, so I don't know how transferable the setup information really is.
But not only that, but like the setups are pretty much the same, aren't they? I mean, you got a couple different things that maybe some other driver likes that it's not, but that's why I thought they went to this Gen 7 car. You couldn't have all these little
they tweak everything
where cars were going like spending millions of dollars on cars that they can't afford, and then you got your smaller teams that can't do that. So I thought that's why they went to this car. So where is the disconnect for me? Because again, I'm not as smart as you. I'm not as smart. I don't.
Yes, you are.
No, I mean I don't sit there and read like all the trade magazines and all. I'm not saying that you do, but you understand it more than I do. For me, I like the story. Again, it's the same thing with wrestling. I like the storylines leading into the racing and the racing on the track.
Yeah, me too.
I don't get really into all this because I'm I'm too dumb to understand what the real fallout or anything is. That's why I had you here and you broke down everything for me, and I finally understood the whole thing with Jordan and NASCAR and what they were really trying to do and what came about of it.
And for anybody interested, those episodes are out there. You can go back and look
They
at
are.
them.
Check out Talking Racing now, and actually I'm going to go through the playlist and break down and actually do Talking Racing Now, Squared Circle Digest, South Florida Sports Unfiltered, and I got some other things coming up on the channel too, which
Okay.
I'll speak about afterwards.
Busy man.
Want to be involved?
Busy man.
I got to do something, man.
I hear you.
Until something else transpires, that's kind of the way I see it. So now looking back, Charlotte, for you. Oh, let me go with me first.
Sure.
I thought Charlotte on the track was okay. It was, you had your dominant cars, and then you had strategy at the end. The strategy played out. And Daniel Suarez, to his credit, held off 2 restarts to win this race. So it's not like he did the strategy, went out there, they yellow flagged the race, they stopped the race. No. He got 2 great restarts. And Hamlin might have helped him with a little bit of bumping on Christopher Bell there at the end, or what's Chris? Yeah, it's Christopher Bell, right? Yeah, Christopher Bell. There might have been a little bit of he could have backed out there.
You can't get to first if you can't get to second. So
that's
a hard
the thing,
call.
Man. That's the thing, and at this point, man, that's the thing with this points race now. It's not winning in. Like winning in, Hamlin's probably not racing as hard because he's already in.
Right.
You know, he's like, oh, let Christopher Bell get up there and whatever, you know. But I thought the racing was great, or was okay. I'm sorry. There were individual races within the race that I thought was great. Some not for top spots, but there was some battling in and out. There were some crazy accidents by guys you don't expect to just spin out. Chase Elliott early on. There were some things where it was like, wow, okay, all right, maybe we'll see something crazy in this race. The beginning of the race, the tributes, all that, to me, made this feel like
a big product.
Race. It made it feel like a great race with all the things, the tributes going on. You know, the guys in on Prime talking about Kyle and hey, look, I one race in, I kind of like the Prime booth better than Fox. But again, we'll see how it goes. There's 4 more races now with tonight with Nashville. But overall, I thought, look, with the tributes and everything, I give the race an A. The racing on the track, I give like a B-.
I think that's fair. I think we got a pretty racy race, right? We got some.
If your car could go, yes. If you were up in the front and you were battling, yeah. But if you weren't, you were just mired in the back, man. It felt like you had 3 or 4 cars that you could see up front, and then even Larson at the end was like, the most he could get up to was like 4.
Right.
And it just was like he couldn't go any further.
He didn't have the car.
Yeah, just weird, odd.
I felt like we got a pretty racy race. I felt like we got an interesting finish. You know, Charlotte has a history of 2 tires as a pit strategy being successful. That's not the first time we've seen somebody pull that off. So it's not like that was a surprise. Suarez took the right lane. He had the right guy to push him. And he executed the restarts both times very well and successfully. And then, the last run, you end up with Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin kind of slowing each other down, side drafting, fighting for second, because you can't get to first if you can't be second. And, if there's another half a lap, I don't think Daniel Suarez wins that race, right? Denny had the momentum coming out of turn 4, and he was...
Once they got by each other and it was there, it probably would have been there for the taking. But, again...
he was on him. He was he was not even he wasn't behind him. He was next to him.
Yeah.
When the race was ended. So I mean, yeah, he had the momentum, and if it had gone another lap, I think you got a Denny Hamlin win. But Daniel Suarez gets the win. He deserves it. They took a risk. Daniel Suarez went down a lap, got his lap back, was like 13th or 14th when he did that 2-tire strategy, comes out. And, they still had to execute that 2-tire strategy from 14 spots back and pass everybody. So it was a good pit stop. And then with the restarts, you can't say that he didn't earn it. So,
yeah.
Congratulations. And we got 267 out of 600 laps or whatever it was, That's not 600 laps.
367.
Yeah, 367 out of 400. Sorry. And you can't really complain about that. That's almost a race. It is what it is.
What he could have done would have been move everything up an hour. And I don't know what the logistics of that would have been with everything that was set up for. Again, this is.
Hey, Catherine was coming to do the double, we can't move it up an hour.
Done 19 laps into the Indy 500. She was there.
She was there because she got knocked out early.
I mean, I don't know.
Catherine tried the double. She got knocked out of the Indy 500. From what I saw, that wasn't her fault. It just happens.
Yeah.
And those cars, they don't take any contact. So
right in. It was over.
They brushed the wall and it's over. So
and
it's.
She was 4 laps down on. Oh no.
I forget how many laps down she was, but she didn't have a competitive car.
Yeah, no, she was not in a competitive car. I mean, it was the BJ McLeod mobile.
Right. But good for her. It was awesome. She did better than Kyle Larson.
Yeah, she did more laps than anybody recently has done trying to do the double. So
yep.
And I believe she finished the race. I don't think she actually crashed out. I mean, she finished behind everybody, but I mean.
Well, she finished. Yeah, she finished the Cup Series race.
The race. Yeah, she was running at the end of the race when it was stopped.
She was.
I'll go that far.
Unlike my boy Austin, who got knocked out pretty early.
Yeah.
Man, he went sideways, got loose, whatever. But when he was coming back down, Connor just crushed him. Oh, that one looked like it hurt.
That was a young man in WWE with Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
Connor's Cure is what they named after. There's a Make-A-Wish, and they called him Connor the Crusher, I think it was, or Crusher Connor.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, and maybe he'll bring back that name. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the news going on this week. O'Reilly Parts race, Cletus McFarland back in the driver's seat of the number 33 for RCR.
He was,
and he stayed on the track
mostly.
He stayed on the track mostly, except for one incident when they took the cameras off of him. He must have known it, and he must have wrecked on purpose so he could get back on the camera. I did not watch his in-car. Did you watch any of the YouTube in-car?
I turned it on for about 5-10 minutes. Listening to the spotter was kind of interesting because he was very encouraging. He was coaching him through it. You could tell that he was learning. You could see when he was executing the corner. You could see when he wasn't executing the corner. You could see that he really was not comfortable trying to pass down low, and he really wasn't comfortable trying to ride a high line. So it made it a little hard for him.
You're not your camera anywhere on the track. It hurts.
Yeah. So I did watch it for a little bit. Like I said, maybe 5-10 minutes, just to kind of see how many people were watching. And when I saw it, it was like 57,000. So that was pretty cool. I saw it on NASCAR's channel. I didn't look at Cletus's channel to see if it was on there and see how many people were watching through his.
I just knew it was on YouTube channel for NASCAR. That's what kind of the one I was.
I should have went to go see if it was on Cletus's because I'm pretty sure Cletus has more followers than NASCAR does.
Yeah, but I gotta believe they're gonna make Cletus's followers come to them. That's part of the
whole thing.
Yeah, part of the reason Cletus is getting into these races right now is because, again, to learn. And then also to bring over, I think, and cross over some of those fans.
He's picking some tough tracks to learn at, though.
Yeah.
Coming into the asphalt, like diving into the gray to come in to learn and try to run in O'Reilly's races, it's difficult. It's hard enough as it is.
Yeah.
Bring him to Kansas. Let him run some asphalt and run wide open.
So we'll see what happens, where they bring him next or what his next race is. Because I know he gave the schedule to them on the races he could run, and then I guess they got to go through that and figure out what races he can run, and see what's good for them and what's not. Because I can't think you want him to run any road courses yet. Let's get him on the ovals, get him figuring that out. Or do you think a road course might help him?
I have no idea if Cletus McFarlane can drive on a road course or not. No clue. I really don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. Speaking of driving, there's going to be a new driver in the 35 next year.
Full time.
311, number 35. Riley Herbst is getting bounced, and Heim time. Corey Heim will be right 35. He's driving a 35. So, your thoughts on this? Is it Corey Heim?
Well, no, it's Corey Heim. I thought I had seen something where they may change the number to 78 or 73.
Yeah, I saw the talk about possibly changing the number because originally he was talking about he's driven the 11, but he can't get the 11. He'd driven something else and he can't get that either. I think it's the 45 because Tyler Reddick was mentioned.
Yeah, so Tyler's in the 45. The best thing I saw was someone on X was like, listen, it should have been the 67 because you'd have the 2-3, the 4-5, and the 6-7.
Yeah. Dude, it makes sense, man.
It would have been awesome.
I mean, dude, why not?
Maybe it's still available. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's their car, right? That he's running. The 67 is theirs. The fourth car that they run now, right?
Is he even? I don't even know the number of that car is. Is it a 67?
Yeah, I believe it's a 67.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, you should just keep that one.
Let me double check here. But your thoughts of him going in there, and again, I feel like this is that whole Hendrick situation with Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon at the one garage, and then you got the other cars that were whatever. They just never ran as good as, maybe it's the driver, maybe it is the driver, I don't know. But no cars at Hendrick ran as good as Gordon and Johnson. And they were at one garage, and the other cars were at the other garage, and it just felt there was a disconnect.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel right now with 2311. Like at 35, Bubba said good stuff about Riley Herbst.
He has been racing better.
That's the first thing I've heard good about Riley Herbst, honestly. When have you heard anybody talk about the 35 of 2311?
Up until recently, when it was pretty obvious that the contract situation wasn't going to work out and that he was going to leave, I've heard better things. So they like him. You know, they're trying to send him out on a good note. He has been racing better. You know, he's not running top 10s all the time, but I think he finished a 14th a couple of weeks ago, and you don't see him at the end of the pack, and he's not always crashing the car. So he has been running it better. And he is still young. He's only been there a couple of years. He's still got some promise. I could see why someone like Legacy, which I've heard for him possibly, it would be a good fit. Now, if you go to Legacy, there's no guarantee that your equipment is going to be able to run up there with 2311 equipment because it hasn't so far.
And Corey Heim drives the number 67 Toyota Camry XSE.
Oh, just keep it.
In his part-time series schedule.
Damn, just keep it. You know, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's hilarious.
Yeah, get rid of the 35. Makes no sense now. It makes no sense after hearing that. It makes no sense.
Yeah. But as far as Corey, yeah, so Corey's obviously deserving. He's a good race car driver. He's got a lot of promise. This year, you know, kind of feels like a wasted year, but maybe it was good for him. He gets to drive some different cars. He gets experience in all the series this year. And he gets some hunger, right? Like, he had to go out and earn it. It wasn't just given it to him. It wasn't given to him quickly, you know, and 2311 was able to keep him in-house. Toyota was able to keep him in-house. I mean, I would have loved to have seen him jump over to Ford and, you know, come.
Pilot the number 2?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't dislike Austin Cindric. I just want to say that. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen Corey Heim in the car. You know, Austin Cindric has won some big races, and he just can't put it together for a season.
Let me ask you this, man.
Yeah.
JGR, and again, this kind of selfish topic on my part here. JGR is going to have a issue in a year.
Okay.
Denny Hamlin already said 2028 was it. I don't even know is it finishing 28 where 27's his last year, or is 28 his last year? I'm not sure. I've never.
I thought it was next year is what
Next
he's
year's his
expecting.
last full time year, right?
That's what
27?
that's what he's put out
So
there, I
going into
believe.
28, JGR is going to need to replace the number 11.
Yeah.
Like, why could Heim just be saving the time to go to JGR? Would 2311 be the
No, I know. So
they do their own thing, I guess is my question. Because now I go back and I go, okay, because we look at your car, the 2, Austin Cindric. We know he can win races. He's not been great. He's not. I know you kind of want somebody new in the seat.
I want to see the 2 car up front all the time. I want to see the 2 car run where the 12 does.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, but
Yeah.
then that takes a driver, right? I mean, I'm just going off this here. I mean, let's be honest lately, man. Logano,
It's about fall off.
there's been a lot of fall off. That'd be the 22. That's 2 prime cars that will, and again, this is down the, I'm talking 27, 28 time frame.
Mm-hmm.
If all these seats are coming available, is there enough fill for them?
Yes, there's too many drivers is actually the problem. Have you seen the O'Reilly races? Have you seen how competitive they are?
No, I get
Not
that.
to mention some of the dudes coming out of the
Those guys
trucks.
are gonna be able to make that jump. We're seeing the growing pains for Connor Zillage.
Yeah, but the next generation of people are just going to take over. They've already sort of taken over.
Trackhouse, and these guys will be jumping into Penske and JGR and other cars. So I mean, that
Yeah,
might
so
be too. But like, I'm thinking, okay, so now if we look at who JGR has in O'Reilly right now, because I know RCR's got Jesse Love, right? That he drives the 2, right? In that, that's RCR, right?
yeah,
So I mean, there's probably your replacement for Austin Cindric.
I would love to see Jesse Love come over and drive the 2 car. He's already in the 2 car. He's ready for it.
Yeah, yeah.
I know it's a Chevy, but he's already in the 2 car.
And then I
It looks
look
great
at,
in it.
Like when you look at O'Reilly part, like I'm trying to think of the JGR drivers.
I'll be honest though, I don't know that Jesse Love is better than Austin Cindric, or could be. I don't know that.
Yeah, but he's one of the premier drivers in O'Reilly.
So was Austin Cindric. Austin Cindric won a championship.
I know, but again, this is my point though. Like it's almost like drafting a quarterback in the NFL.
Right. You don't know. You're going off promise. Yeah.
You got all these stats down here. You move them up, and it's like, did you forget how to drive a car?
Well, there's 2 guys in O'Reilly's that nobody really talks about that are really good, and that's Sam Meyer and Brendan Poole.
Yeah, but Sam Meyer got bogged down because of all the craziness he did before when he was with.
I know, but he's looking for a ride, and he's very vocal about it right now. He's trying to get up there.
Yeah.
You got Carson Kvapil. I can't say his name. Kvapil.
You're right.
Yeah. He's pretty talented. He hasn't, put together a lot of wins, but he's always up front. He drives good in his equipment generally. And I don't think Raja's ready, but I know they want to bring Raja up. I think he still needs a year or 2 in the O'Reilly to really get a handle on the car because he wasn't even necessarily dominant in the trucks. But I want to see him in a full season actually with Hendricks and not driving halftime to 88, halftime to 32. Put him in, even if it's not the 88, just put him in a JGR car full season and let's see what it looks like. Not JGR, Junior Motorsports, JRM. But yeah, no, I think there are drivers to take these spots. I don't know if Logano is on his way out, and I certainly don't think that he's going to get pushed out. He's a multiple-time champion. They're going to let him ride into the sunset, but he's 38.
At some point with that team, if the 2 keeps going the way it's going, the 22 goes the way it's going, Blaney's by himself, and his pit crew is the worst in
Yeah, it's insane.
NASCAR series in truck. O'Reilly and Cup, they got to be one of the worst overall.
It's a problem, yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why moves haven't been made.
They have. Didn't fix it.
I know. I mean, just here's Logano's crew. Logano, you're going to Blaney.
Yeah.
They run like crap. We'll just keep you in the back.
Maybe that's on for next year. We'll see.
Like it's going to cost. I mean, it's already going to be a costly mistake already because Blaney could probably have 3 wins right now.
Yeah. Yeah, if he wasn't constantly having to pass 15
Not
cars.
having to pass 70 cars a race.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they're always complaining about how it's hard to pass at a track, and then you watch Blaney, and it's like, well, is it really that hard?
the car's there. The problem is you got to keep putting back.
Right, and he gets the most out of that car.
Yeah.
Nobody else gets the most out of their Ford the way Blaney does. So there's obviously a skill element there.
All right.
But
Go ahead.
no, yeah, I was just gonna say to wrap it up. Congratulations to Corey Heim. It's well earned. As far as that JGR spot, I mean, Connor's only signed up to Trackhouse for one more year, and I can't believe that he's gonna pass up a JGR ride if Trackhouse is available. Of course, I don't know that JGR is gonna offer Connor Zilic a ride if he doesn't step up his game.
Because I'm going for the 11. Whoever replaces Hamlin will get my love and affection.
We haven't seen great things from Connor yet in the Cup Series, so it's not like it's a guarantee, right?
But he's also in the Step Kids
He is.
car in Trackhouse. I mean,
Fair enough.
call it what it is, buddy. Call it what it
But if you've got a 25th place, 30th place car, you run 25th, 30th, not 35th, 36th.
is. Oh yeah, the problem is you get cars in the way and you run through them. So
Yeah.
Oh, tonight my favorite named race of the year, the Cracker Barrel 400
In Nashville.
in Nashville, Tennessee.
Woo!
All right, let's look at points from last week. I left last week with 90, or came into last week with 90. You came in with 73.
Yep.
You took Byron, Reddick, and Busher. You got 5 points, buddy. That's because Reddick finished in the top 5.
I got 6 points.
Wait, who else finished?
Byron got me a 9th.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right, I skipped it. All right, you now have 79 points. I apologize.
You still gained on me for the week, though.
Yeah, I did. I had Hamlin and Larson. They finished in the top 5 each. Gave me 10 points. I'm now at 100 points, buddy.
100 even.
It is 100 to 79, a 21-point lead going into Nashville. And I believe I get the first pick.
You do.
I do. And you know what I'm going with, buddy?
Denny Hamlin.
It no longer delivers because it's not the FedEx. But the 11 is going to victory lane.
Well, based off what I saw at practice and, just the general way practice. And the way things, well, we didn't get to see a qualifying, so practice. Although they did run an extended practice yesterday, so, they got to run through an entire set of tires. They had a second set of tires to put on if they wanted. They just canceled qualifying and ran practice longer. So we did get some value out of practice yesterday. But I'm going with Tyler Reddick.
All right. And my next pick, I think he had enough time off after the Coca-Cola 600. Chase Elliott
Okay.
will be my second pick.
So he keeps burning me, but I'm gonna do it because when I don't pick him, he seems to race well. Give me Christopher Bell.
All right, and my third pick, everybody knows I kind of do this as a whatever, because I know my top 2 are going to give me some points anyways. But I'm going with a guy who last year in Nashville finished with a runner-up. He's a driver of the number 77. He is Carson Osavar.
Going with the Hurricane. I'm going with somebody who I also a little bit further behind. Flirting with the idea of making it into the chase. Has won some big races in the past, but is come and go. But I liked what I heard from him yesterday about the balance of his car, and I believe he was third in practice as far as speed. So give me Ross Chastain.
All right, so you got Reddick, Bell, and Chastain. I got Hamlin, Elliott, and Hocevar for this NASCAR race.
No Fords.
Your thoughts on, I guess, a little preview, because you know the track's a little better than me, what we can expect a little bit from Nashville. I mean, I know they only had a little bit of practice. They were qualifying in rain. I guess it's gonna be a clean track, right? Because it had rain. Has it rained today at all?
I
Double
don't
check
know if it
that.
rained today
The
or not.
race is tonight at 7.
Yeah, so they got plenty of time for some rain.
Plenty of time for rain and to dry it up, but I'm probably going to be a clean track.
Oh, they're gonna clean it.
Your some thoughts on what you think might be expected at Nashville?
So, kind of torn. I think it's going to be one of two things. To come up with this analysis, obviously, I watched the O'Reilly's race yesterday, watched a little bit of the Cup, watched the practice, and I watched the highlights from the last 2 years of Cup Series races. And what I came up with was, chasing into the gray, kinda. It's not Dover. We're not going to see, from what I can tell, we're not going to see running super high into the gray out of the rubber to find speed. There is going to be a high lane and people are going to take it and they're going to be able to pass with it. But it does appear as though the dominant line is come wide, duck into the corner low, try to stay low through the apex, and then sort of bleed out to the wall coming out of the other side of the turn. That seems to be the dominant line. The rubber is going to build up. It is going to get slick. It's asphalt, so we're going to see a slick race. But the thing that I'm mostly torn with is, are we going to see long runs or are we going to see lots of cautions? Because we've seen both in Nashville. 2 years ago in the Cup race, we had an enormous amount of cautions. We had a lot of restarts. It was an exciting, aggressive race with an aggressive finish. Last year, we had quite a bit of cautions in the beginning, but at the end of the race, it was a long green flag run, and I forget the winner, but the winner ran away with it. You go to look at the highlights, and they stopped showing you what happened after 35 laps to go, and then the race is over because it was just he ran away. So I personally am hoping for the aggressive with some cautions and some chaos. Do love some chaos, but the O'Reilly's race was a clean race yesterday. We had almost no cautions. The last stage ran from one end to the other. Green flag stops. It looks as though there won't, it's not a super speedway, so it doesn't really apply, but there won't be any sort of like fuel issues. It's going to be a tire race. The tire wear is going to cause the green flag stops, assuming they keep going. It does look like they have a limited amount of tires. Obviously, they have a limited amount of tires, but the tire limit is pretty tight. So there's going to be a lot of strategy as far as when somebody stops, if they're going to take it at this point, trying to make sure you have tires for the end of the race. But yeah, I think I just have a feeling we're going to get lots of long green flag runs, specifically at the end. And I believe whoever the winner is going to have the best car. It's going to be obvious. And after about you might see some racing for the lead at about 20, 25 laps to go, but the winner's going to run away with it. That's what I think is going to happen.
All right. There you have it from Spencer O'Neill. This is what you can expect from Nashville tonight, actually, at 7 p.m. They will get underway on Prime. Don't forget, you just go to Prime Video, hit there, boom, you get that Dale Jr. Steve Letarte talking to you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, we racing, boys. Spencer, let them know where they can get a hold of you, man. And again, thank you for the time adjust today. Normally, we're going to try to do Sundays at about, I think, noon. Is that what we...
Yeah, noon's good. I like noon. We could do a little earlier. We'll talk about it, but
yeah.
We'll see how this does.
Yep. We will see how this does, and Spencer, let them know how they can get a hold of you and hear you talk wrestling and racing.
So I just want to say, also last week, we had a good amount of views. Really appreciate it. If you've seen the show, you're watching it now, you like it, make sure you hit the like, you hit subscribe, you go subscribe to the Stanley Media House. Follow all the products that the great Mr. Sean Stanley here is putting out. I know he's going to go through it, so I'll leave it alone after that. But thank you for watching. You can follow me on X at NoDoubt87. And you can see me here on Talking Racing Now. You can find me probably in the chat board, most likely, with any Stanley Media House show. Hanging out with Adrian Rainey and the Rainy Day Podcast, Too Raw for SmackDown, Tony Talking Game, Finn's TV, that kind of thing. So that's where you can find me.
Or you can get me at SS_Sports Talk on X, Stanley Media House everywhere else. Check out Stanley Media House Network on YouTube. We got Talking Racing Now, The Squared Circle Digest, South Florida Sports Unfiltered. Some new stuff going to get being added later on today at noon. In about 45 minutes, I'll be jumping on with the Rainy Day Podcast, Tony Talking Game, to Raw for SmackDown. The pre-show for Clash in Italy starts at 12. They are doing a live stream of the show during the show. And then after the show, we're coming back for a post-show breakdown of Clash in Italy. So if you're a wrestling fan, make sure you tune in to Raw for SmackDown, the Rainy Day Podcast with Adrian Rainey and Tony over there. Myself, I think Frankie's joining as well. I'm not sure if it's for both or if it's just for post. I'm not sure what Frankie's schedule is, a little bit up in the air on the weekend. So we will be over there. The Squared Circle Digest on Wednesday at 7. The next Talking Racing Now will be right here Sunday. Check your local listings. And by that, I mean Mr. Spencer's ex or my ex. Those will be your local listings for the show. And, of course, we want to thank everybody that tuned in last week. We had a record amount of people. Everybody tuning in this week. Please like, share, subscribe. Send it to racing fans, and let's build what we are doing. And we thank you for taking your time out of your day to tune in with us and talk a little racing and listen to a little race talk. Until next week, for the great Spencer O'Neill, I'm Sean Stanley. Have a great day, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Talking racing now, the best show around.
All right. Take two.
Talking racing now.
Talking racing now, the best show around.